I met Alex at a crowded art gallery opening in the heart of the city. The air was thick with a scent of fresh paint and expensive perfume, and the walls pulsed with vibrant abstracts that seemed to mirror the chaos in my life. I was 28, fresh out of a string of failed relationships, nursing a glass of cheap wine while pretending to appreciate a splash of reds and blues that looked like a child's tantrum on canvas. That's when he approached, his smile cutting through the noise like a beam of light. "Doesn't it remind you of a storm at sea?" he said, nodding at the painting. His voice was smooth, confident, with a hint of an accent I couldn't place. Maybe British or just affected for charm. I laughed, admitting I saw nothing but mess. We talked for hours about everything and nothing. Favorite books, hidden cafes, dreams we'd buried under daily grind. By the end of the night, he had my number, and I had butterflies I hadn't felt since high school. Our first date was magical. He picked me up in a sleek black car, took me to a rooftop restaurant overlooking the skyline. The stars twinkled like they were in on our secret. Alex listened intently as I rambled about my job as a graphic designer, my aspirations to start my own studio. He shared stories of his travels, backpacking through Europe, volunteering in remote villages. He seemed worldly, kind, the kind of man who made you feel seen. When he kissed me goodnight, it felt like the beginning of something epic. But love, as I would learn, has a way of softening edges, blurring lines. The first red flag was subtle, like a whisper in a crowded room. A week in, he cancelled plans last minute, citing a work emergency. He was a consultant, he said, always on call for high-profile clients. I shrugged it off. Ambitious men are busy, right? My heart was already invested, pumping out excuses like a well-oiled machine. We fell into a rhythm quickly. Mornings were texts with coffee emojis. Evenings were stolen moments in cozy bars. He introduced me to his friends at a party, where he proudly called me his girl. I glowed under the attention. Yet there was that one offhand comment from his buddy Mike. "Alex always has the best stories, half of them true." Everyone laughed, including Alex, who punched Mike's arm playfully. I joined in, but a tiny seed of doubt planted itself. Stories. What did that mean? Love waved it away. Friends tease, that's all. As weeks turned to months, the red flags accumulated like dust in corners I didn't bother to clean. Alex was possessive in small ways, texting, "Where are you?" if I was out with friends, or suggesting I skip girls' night because we needed time together. I mistook it for passion, for caring deeply. Once, when I mentioned an ex in passing, his face darkened. "Let's not talk about the past," he snapped, then softened with apologies and flowers the next day. The cycle felt romantic, like in those movies where love is intense and all-consuming. Money was another whisper. He never seemed short, but he borrowed small amounts from me. A 20 for gas, 50 for a forgotten wallet. "I'll pay you back tomorrow," he'd say with that disarming grin. And he did usually, but one time he didn't. When I gently reminded him, he laughed it off. "Babe, we're building a life together. What's mine is yours." My stomach twisted, but love rationalized. Trust is key in relationships. His phone was a fortress. It buzzed constantly, but he'd silence it, flip it face down. "Work stuff," he'd murmur. I caught glimpses of messages, names I didn't recognize, cryptic like "meet at usual spot." Jealousy flickered, but I doused it. Insecurity is the enemy, I told myself. Alex loved me, he said it every night. The turning point crept up slowly. 6 months in, we planned a weekend getaway to a cabin in the woods. Romantic, isolated, perfect for us. On the drive up, his phone rang. He glanced at it, declined, then turned it off entirely. "No distractions," he said, squeezing my hand. I smiled but unease nod. That night by the fire, he talked about his family. Estranged parents, a sister he adored but rarely saw. It was vulnerable, raw. I opened up too, sharing my fears of abandonment from childhood. We made love under the stars and I thought, this is it. This is forever. Back in the city, the flags waved harder. I found a receipt in his jacket pocket for a dinner at a fancy restaurant, dated the night he claimed to be working late. 2 entrees, wine for 2. My heart raced. Client meeting, he explained smoothly when confronted. You know how it is, schmoozing. I wanted to believe him, needed to. Love screamed that questioning him meant I didn't trust us. Then came the lies, stacking like Jenga blocks. He said he was at a conference in Chicago, but a mutual friend posted a photo from a local bar. Alex in the background, arm around a woman with long dark hair. I confronted him via text. He called immediately, voice laced with hurt. That's an old photo, babe. Check the date. I did, it was recent. No, he insisted, glitch in the app. My mind spun. Was I going crazy? The climax hit like a thunderclap. One evening, I used his laptop to check emails while mine charged. His browser history was open. Searches for quick loans, how to delete call logs, and worst, dating profiles. Active ones with photos from our trips cropped to hide me. My breath caught. Then an email notification popped up from a woman named Sarah. Miss you already. When's our next escape? The room tilted. I scrolled through messages, piecing together the puzzle. Alex wasn't a consultant. He was a con artist of hearts, juggling multiple women, borrowing money, weaving tales. The work emergencies were dates. The possessiveness was control. The stories, fabrications to hook the next victim. I confronted him that night. He arrived home. Our shared apartment now felt like a stage set, with takeout and that grin. What's wrong? He asked, seeing my face. I laid it out. The receipt, the photo, the emails. His facade cracked. First denial, then anger. You're spying on me? Then tears. I love you, but I'm messed up. Give me another chance. But the blinders were off. Love's fog lifted, revealing the truth. I'd ignored every sign because I wanted the fairy tale more than reality. I packed a bag, left that night, crashing at a friend's. The pain was visceral, like ripping off a bandage over an open wound. In the months that followed, I rebuilt. Therapy helped unpack how my desperation for connection had clouded my judgment. I learned to spot red flags early. Inconsistency, secrecy, manipulation disguised as affection. I dated again, cautiously, with eyes wide open. The life lesson. Love isn't blind, we choose to close our eyes. True connection thrives in clarity, not illusion. Listen to the whispers before they become screams. Trust your gut. It's the one voice that never lies.